feel like I'm dying. Oh boy.
So whether you're new to screenwriting or you're a screenwriting veteran, there are 3 books that I'd highly recommend that you check out. There's Story, Dialogue, and Character by Robert McKee. And by the end of this video, you're gonna figure out why those books are so important. Also, you're gonna figure out who won the 5K giveaway from a couple weeks ago. So stay up. Look, I feel like Planet Fitness gets like this bad rap, but there's nothing wrong with Planet Fitness. Like, you get your workout in, it has all your machines. So hopefully this 38-minute run is not going to bust my... Back in 1997, Robert McKee published his first book in his trilogy series. It was called Story. And since I laid eyes on this book, I knew that I was reading something special because each and every sentence had so many layers, so much depth. I remember reading this simple sentence: if you see someone drenched in a downpour, this has somewhat more meaning than a damp street. Now, he was talking about how important it was for meaningful things, meaningful events to happen to characters in our story. The thing that gives these events meaning is the fact that the conflict these characters endure will alter the way our characters move in their lives. And that's the difference between a trivial event and a meaningful event. I also learned about value charges. So let's say we're looking at the value strength versus weaknesses, right? For argument's sake, we're going to be avoiding neutral charges like in an atom. Everything that we do in life pretty much has a positive and a negative. This is the value that we attribute to any activity that we do. Let's say our character wants to get strong, like in Creed 1, 2, and 3. They go to the gym. That event, that has a positive charge. And let's say our character has a fight coming up and he's spending less and less time at the gym, more and more time at the bars, getting drunk, right? Let's say he was an alcoholic. That would have a negative charge. So drinking, negative charge, gym, positive charge. This book taught me all about what story was, like what it actually was. All the time you're seeing movies, you're watching movies, people will come from the theater and they'd be like, oh, this movie has no story. And story basically is this one huge master event, right? So when you compare that character's value charge situation at the beginning of the film to the character's value charge situation at the end of the film, that's where you get the idea of arc. Now, I don't have enough time to go over everything he mentions in the book, but
I feel like I'm dying. Oh boy.
controlling idea. And controlling idea is essentially how and why life undergoes change from one condition of experience at the beginning of a film to another condition of experience at the end. It's like one of the most important screenwriting concepts a screenwriter can learn about, aside from obviously structure and formatting for screenplays. About 6 years ago, I bought this book called Dialogue by Robert McKee, and it just basically gives you a solid foundation as to why dialogue exists to begin with. One thing that I love about what Robert McKee teaches in dialogue is that he lets us know what the 3 functions of dialogue are to begin with. So I'm definitely going to do an in-depth video on this in the future, but for now, the 3 functions of dialogue are to deliver exposition, to deliver characterization, and also to deliver action. So yeah, gonna get these done. Nip slip, Janet.
Now the catalyst is hidden in Mount Cairo, so our mission objectives are twofold. Retrieve the catalyst and find Sloan.
Exposition is when you are giving your audience crucial information about the story's setting, history, and characters. So he goes through this in excruciating detail about how we can use exposition effectively in our scripts. He informs us how we've got to pay close attention to pacing and timing, showing versus telling, narrative drive, using exposition as ammunition, forced exposition, and revelations. Again, video on this coming out soon. Now I need to tell you who won the 5K giveaway. So congratulations to Mr. A. Cisse 10th and Northside, and also John Laws. And if you are interested in winning the final copy of The Real Truth, then just comment below. And at the end of your comment, type @Indie Film Army. And odds are you're gonna win. So, because not many people participated in the sweepstakes last time. Definitely need this weight belt for this. Gonna be a living nightmare. All right. Try not to break my back. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I learned that there are only two things that we want out of characters, right? Discovery and recognition. Characters give us a unique lens through which we can view the world through. We watch films so that we can follow these unknown people through these unknown worlds and witness unknown things. We discover who these people are, we discover their desires, how strange these people are, how crazy these people are, and we eventually learn when this character is forced to its limits who these people are, and that is called true character. We throw some conflict at them and we see how they react to the situation. And then obviously there's recognition, right? We see admirable qualities that we love about a person, that we see in ourselves, that we admire. It opens up a pathway to empathy. This is the bridge that builds a connection between the audience and the character in your story. I wanted to give you something different this time. You know, this is a very different kind of video than I usually do on the channel. Let me know if you liked it. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. Until next time, see ya.